I'll be installing the Hot Racing Brass front steering knuckle and the Hot Racing Brass Diff cover for a total of 25 grams to the front end. Welcome to Vixen Hobbies. In my last video, I upgraded my servo to Emax servo using the stock servo mount, which added 7.2 grams to the front end and changing the weight distribution to 54% front and 46% rear. Although it falls short of the 60-40 weight distribution that I'm looking for, it is moving in the right direction. Today, I continue the upgrade series of my Axial SCX24 by adding much needed brass waist to the front end in search of the 60-40 weight distribution. I'll be installing the Hot Racing Brass front steering knuckle part number SXTF21H, which adds 8 grams each for a total of 16 grams, and the Hot Racing Brass Diff cover part number SXTF12CH, which adds 9 grams for a total of 25 grams to the front end. So let's get started. I'm going to start by removing the steering link connected to the tie rod, which is held by one screw over here. And then I'm going to remove one end of the tie rod that connects to the steering knuckle by removing one screw here. In order to remove the steering knuckle, you will remove the hex nut and the hex pin underneath. Then remove 2 screws, one screw at the top of the knuckle and one screw at the bottom of the knuckle. Then pull out the knuckle assembly. There's a tiny O-ring, so make sure to not lose that one. And we will be reusing the bearings as well. The steering knuckle has clearly marked right or left, so make sure to use the correct side. Install is the reverse order, and make sure to add a bit of grease to the end. And also make sure to not over tighten as they are being threaded into plastics. Use a light amount of blue Loctite as the tie rod screw is screwing into metal. Then repeat on the other side. Here are both knuckles installed. Before you install the tie rod back, let's install the brass diff cover. The diff cover is held by 6 screws. You want to remove them. Note that the top 2 screws are longer than the 4 other screws. Now that the screws are removed, you can remove the diff cover. We will be reusing the bearings. Check to see if any grease is needed in the gears, and as needed. The brass diff cover comes with stainless steel screws. Once again, note that you want to use the long screw on the top 2 of the brass diff cover and the shorter 4 screws on the bottom of the diff cover. Install is pretty simple. Put the diff cover back on and reinstall the 6 screws, making sure that you use the longer 2 screws at the top and the rest of the 4 screws at the bottom. Once again, make sure not to over tighten as they're being threaded into plastics. Make sure the gears are not bound by rotating the drive shaft. Install the tie rod to the knuckle and make sure to use a blue Loctite as it's threading into metal. Install the steering link to the tie rod and you are done with the swap. Here's the brass knuckles and the brass diff cover installed. With the addition of the brass front knuckles and front brass diff cover, the weight distribution has changed to 58% front and 42% rear, with overall weight going up to 297.4 grams. It's getting very close to the 60-40 weight distribution that I'm looking for. Hope you found the information helpful. Please like and subscribe and make sure to hit the notification bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks for watching Vic's on Hobbies.